So, moving on, in our June auction, of course, it's Olympic year.
It is.
And it's close to home in Paris this time, not a million miles away from here. And we have just gathered over 290 lots. And we go from the first games, 1896, right up to 2012. So we've got a huge spread. And also some bits from the 1940 games which were cancelled due to the war. These are sort of small selection here. And we have 4 of the rarest, I guess, medals that exist, and we happily have those in the auction. And I'll talk you through them, John. Well, you picked out the football one, so why don't you talk us through that? So,
yeah, I always go back to football. You know that we've all got a love of sport, and people often forget. You know, way back in the day, the 04, the 08, 12s, there were Olympic Games and football being played. But it's a player I'd never heard of before. Clyde Purnell came from the Isle of Wight, which I think I've only ever met one other football player came from the Isle of Wight. And that was Simon Moore, the goalkeeper. But what a career, but not just a football player. What fascinates me about him, he's an all-rounder. He's into rowing, cycling, athletics, and possibly all these people is annoyingly good at every sport in which he played. And of course here, I've never seen one before, an actual Olympic football cap. Just incredible thing, and of course, gold medal winner.
it is.
Yeah.
And funny enough, actually the last Olympic medal was actually gold. So everything after that was a sort of base metal and gold colour, but that's an actual gold medal. 1908, that was the last.
Carat would that be there?
Probably going to be sort of 14, 15 carat gold at the time. So you mentioned fabulous thing, and we just loved having it in the sale. You know, it's just beautiful. The design, it's just wonderful. I say beautifully stamped here as well. And obviously on the rim here with the winner. Association football, yeah, the Clive Purnell and the Smith as well, and the Hallmark. And you know, great thing. And for that in the auction, £8,000 to £12,000.
Wow,
what's the cap again? It's the next lot after, and £500 to £800 for the cap as well. It's fab.
And tell me, just in that final, who did England play?
Denmark.
Okay.
So yeah, no, quite a hefty one as well, I believe. So wasn't too bad. But you picked it. This is one of your favourite items in the sale as well. This pocket watch.
Yeah, I love a watch. As you know, it's one of my little weaknesses, a decent watch. But Omega, I love. This is anything but an Omega wristwatch. It's an Omega pocket watch. What's the significance behind this then?
So again, sticking with Denmark. So they got to the final in the Olympic Games, and afterwards they were offered a gift. So 4 items. It was a ring, a wristwatch, a pocket watch, and a chain. And this August Oberhausen went for the pocket watch. 2 in existence. The other one is in the museum in Zurich. This is the only other one in existence.
Really?
Yeah, so you're holding something quite rare there, John.
That's Paris 1924, yeah?
There you go. And estimate for that one, £1,000 to £1,500. So
seems really...
yeah, I agree, but it's a real piece of history. So it's a great thing, a good pick. You picked a nice thing at the sale.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And torches, told me through them.
Well, we've 2 here, 1948, so we're sticking with the London theme.
Yeah.
And obviously that's the first one after the Second World War, made of aluminium, or aluminum to our American friends. And this is that one. It's obviously been beaten about a bit, missing a burn in the centre. Estimate for that one, £2,000 to £3,000.
And how many of those would have been taken away from the game?
It's hard to sort of work out exactly how many were, but there's a few. I mean, we've seen a few over the years, but it's a nice thing. And say condition, not great, but not too bad. And more modern, the 2012 Olympic torch. 8,000 of those were produced, as far as we were sort of led to believe.
Yeah.
And obviously many folk got to keep them after they did their sort of the torch relay, and they were given obviously that in the tracksuit again. So this one a wee bit more. The market's come down a wee bit for these, so £1,500 to £2,000 for that torch.
You could still carry that one, would you?
You know, it's but I certainly favour that. And this is the more sort of normal design of the Olympic torches. You'll see more like that, and again, torches can be worth huge amounts of money. I think the record here at Bud Auctions is £400,000 for an Olympic torch. So not quite that, but rare things are certainly collectible. Now at the start, I mentioned obviously we've got other rare medals in the sale. Talk you through those. First one here. This is the St. Louis medal from 1904 participation medal. Again, a really rare thing. Americans didn't really want the Olympics in that year, so there wasn't very many made. So So one of your few. And for this example, £9,000 to £12,000 for that one.
Made from what metal, David?
This is sort of bronze metal there. This is going to winter this time, so this is Chamonix Olympic participation medal as well. And again, a really rare one, 1924 this time. An estimate for that, again, £5,000 to £8,000. And more modern, 56, Melbourne. So in 56, the equestrian sports didn't happen in Melbourne. They were actually held in Stockholm. Just a mental for that, just because of the laws about, obviously, animals travelling on the other side of the world. So all the equestrian events took place, and this is the medal from the equestrian events for the Swedish leg in Stockholm. And that one, £3,000 to £5,000. So
Lovely.
well, that's the sort of delegate set of medals from Seoul 1988. So that's the gold, silver, and bronze medals. So yeah, I get a full set of those, and not obviously awarded to any sort of athlete, but given to various delegates. And sadly, missing the box for the bronze medal.
Yeah.
But that set still sort of £9,000 to £12,000. So not a bad wee haul.
And I've got to ask you as well, so setting the backdrop for David Convery's knowledge of these products is this wonderful poster, this games poster. And to me, we always talk about where sporting memorabilia kind of morphs into art, and being an art critic, and to a degree, that's a stunning piece.
It was. So basically, the Paris sort of Olympic Committee sort of put it out to tender for artworks for to display the games. And there's so many entries, obviously being in France, the home of art, etc.
Yeah.
So they two sort of official posters, and this is an example of one of them. And the full size, original, it's been backed on linen, so it's had a wee bit of a rough life, but still a really rare thing. So colourful, it's fabulous. Imagine that framed up. Estimate for the original poster from 1924, £4,000 to £6,000.
And what a lovely to use too.
It's great, that's fabulous. They say the whole sales I mentioned at the start, over 290 lots covering all games from 1896 up to 2012.
Just before we finish, I'm looking at a photograph of cyclists.
Yeah, so this is an actual bronze medal from the 1936 games, infamous games in 1936, awarded to an Englishman, and E.A. Johnson for the team pursuit, and beautifully engraved there, and a nice photograph of them, the four-man team, just after the event. And for this bronze medal, £4,000 to £6,000. So great sale, great collection of items, and something for everyone in the Olympic and Winter Olympic sections.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic.